All right, what's up, coach? If you're watching this video, you're probably afraid or you're scared to charge more, to charge a premium because you have this fear that clients won't pay you more than what they're paying right now. And so I wrote something earlier that I want to share with you. And I'm going to go through this and then I'm going to try to explain this piece by piece. So you should be able to see my screen here. So I'm going to read this real quick. So many coaches are afraid to raise the price of their programs. They'll say, if I raise my price, I'll lose clients, or they say people won't pay that much. For both of these objections, here's how I try to actually help coaches with this. So first is try selling a new offer just to new people and make your program better, and you'll have more conviction to sell it for more money. So let's pause there for a second. If you take whatever you're doing right now, and let's just say, I'm just going to use this example. Let's say you're charging $50 per session right now, and you want to make $100 per session. If you just change the number to $100 and you're not changing anything about what you're offering, it's going to be kind of hard to sell something for twice as much. And you might not have the conviction or the belief that people will pay that. And I understand that. It's going to be hard to sell something for 2x the price unless you make it better. But when you make it better, when you make the program better, it makes it easier to charge more for that thing. All right. And I've seen this happen so many times with coaches that do like one-off sessions or packs of sessions, like because they are kind of limiting what they're actually giving to their clients. They're not really doing anything beyond the actual session. It's hard for them to justify a higher price increase. But the way that I try to look at it is the first thing you got to do is don't try to just sell this new thing to your existing clients. Sell the new thing to new clients. So you can test this out and see, okay, with this new offer I had, all the new folks that I'm talking to over the phone for the next 14 days, for example, I'm going to only offer this. I'm going to see who buys this and actually track it. So that's the first thing. The second thing and this is just the truth, right? A lot of coaches will say, you can't tell me, right, if I'm talking on a call, you can't say people won't pay that much. And the thing is, you don't know because you haven't actually offered it yet. All right. And that's what I say here. So I'm going to keep reading. So you can't say people won't pay that much. You never even made a single offer for the higher rate. And really, it's just a limiting belief that you have. And I've seen this happen with coaches that I actually work with. Like they'll be like, hey, like, I don't think anybody will ever pay me $2,000 for training. I'll be like, okay, well, we haven't offered this yet. So we don't know. We don't know until you really piece together what your program looks like. You piece together a new sales process. All the questions you're going to ask the parents, and you lead them through a really professional looking process where it's only going to attract a buyer who's going to pay at least $2,000. So we don't know until we actually try it. So you can't say though that people won't pay that amount of money, because I would be telling you, well, yeah, people will not only pay that, they'll pay more than $2,000. I could show you, if you scour my YouTube channel, you'll see result after result. If you look at my Instagram page, I literally post results every day, like people that are selling things for way more than that. All right. But they didn't start doing it that way. They started to really like test the waters and not just be in this box thinking that, people aren't going to pay that much. No, they made their program premium and they put together a different type of sales presentation and sales process. And this way, when they offer something like this, they feel 10 out of 10 with, convicted that what they have is really good. And what they have is worth way more than $2,000, for example. Right. And next thing here. So when coaches and I, work to sell $3,000 to $5,000 programs to parents on Zoom, it's because they understand the real value of what they're selling. Again, they're not just selling these one-off sessions. Like I would be shocked if you could make $3,000 from a parent who's just going to give you the money up front for one-off sessions. Like it's going to be hard to find someone that's that committed because they're just paying whenever they want. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real commitment and a real process and a real program. And this is something that I have to explain here. I would say at this point, I mean, I've talked to thousands and thousands of coaches. I've worked with over 2,000 people that have actually paid me for coaching and who've joined different parts of my program, almost for the last 10 years now. And the thing is like having a program is significantly different than doing packs of sessions or one-on-one sessions. I know I said that earlier in this video, and I have to say it again because a lot of coaches that are in this industry, the vast majority, and I would say at least 95% of coaches that are trying to do this for a living, they're not running this like a real business. All right. And when you sell things for $3,000 to $5,000, it's hard to sell something like that unless you're running like a legit thing. All right. So you got to be running a legit thing. And you have to really change how you think about how you not only train kids, but how you deliver results. All right. And last thing here is, these coaches that sell these higher ticket packages, they don't need to close 100% of their calls. Like nobody is a perfect salesperson that's just getting 100% of the people they talk to buy. Like I have yet to see that. And I have talked to and consulted with coaches that are making more than $50,000 per month in this industry. They're not closing every single deal that they don't close every parent that they talk to. That they don't. And with this model though, when you charge more, all right, you need 3 people to give you $3,000 per month. Like that's not that hard to close 3 people that give you $3,000 up front. If you do that, you're making $9,000 per month. Like getting 3 people to do that at a local level, again, that's really, really difficult to do if you don't have a good program set up or you don't have a program. It's virtually impossible to do that if you're just selling one-off sessions. Like I haven't really seen anyone pull off a consistent $9,000 per month in this industry that's just selling one-off sessions, unless they have hundreds of clients that they're working with, right? So this model, you don't need 1 million clients, like literally 3 people per month that give you $3,000 upfront each. You need 36 clients to make over $100,000 in 1 year. That's really not that hard. Like I don't want it to sound like it's the easiest thing in the world because it's not. But as far as the volume of people you have to sell into your program, it's not that difficult. Not that difficult at that rate. And you could charge more than that. You could charge less than that and work with more people. So again, if you're like afraid to raise your price or you don't think that it's what you have is that valuable and you're wanting to increase price, like get on a call with me. Like this is all I do all day long. I work with people that are just like you, that are charging premium rates, right? And I'll show you an example, like while I'm on this video with you. So check this out. So I'm in my school group here and I click celebrate a win. And this coach here charged $8,000 up front, right? So that might look just absolutely insane to you, but like he got all of that money up front. This is not like a payment plan, all right? So that coach, I know in the past has done a bunch of one-off sessions, done a bunch of different packages, but like he's transitioned this model where it's like, he got a $8,000 upfront payment from one client. Right. So this should show you what's possible in this industry. Like when you have the right systems, right tools, and right coaching in place, like you can charge a premium for what you have. And parents will buy into a coach that knows what they're doing, that can deliver results. That's it for today's video. If you want more help from me, go in the first link in the description, click on that link, watch a video, and then book a call with me. See you later.